Whitney Robinson. And now to talk about the highly anticipated CP Club townhouses, CEO of DW North Star and design consultant for Her Excellency Sheikh Al Mayasa bin Hamad Al Thani's office and Qatar Museums, Whitney Robinson. Whitney Robinson is a design entrepreneur, real estate investor, editor, style consultant, television personality, and authority in the worlds of luxury interiors and fashion. As CEO of DW North Star, Robinson creates visionary, design-driven real estate and hospitality developments with global thought leaders. He is the former editor-in-chief of Art Deco, the world's leading design brand, which he ran from 2017 to 2020. Prior to DD, Robinson spent a decade at Hearst magazines, travelling the world producing style and interior stories on celebrities and luminaries, including Ralph Lauren and Giorgio Armani for Town and Country, House Beautiful, and Metropolitan Home. He resides in New York City.
Hello friends, designers, and armchair travelers. Thank you to Sheikha and everyone at the Musharraf Design District for having me today. For those who don't know me, my name is Whitney Robinson. I am a design entrepreneur, real estate investor, editor, style consultant, television personality, and authority in the worlds of luxury, interiors, and fashion. I am CEO of DW North Star, a design consulting firm. We create design-driven real estate and hospitality developments with visionary global thought leaders. Prior to founding North Star, I spent over 15 years in the design publishing space. Most recently, I was editor-in-chief of Elle Decor USA, the world's leading design brand, which I ran from 2017 to 2020. I started coming to Doha in 2005, and since then, it's always been a second home to me, the first being New York. There are so few places in the world today that are being created from scratch. New York is a city that is forever in motion, but the idea of a master plan, starting from the ground up, doesn't really exist anywhere else. Imagine how exciting that idea is. I've been lucky to witness this incredible city grow brick by brick, to watch the skyline emerge in West Bay, to see Qatar grow from a small cultural village into the powerhouse it is today, and now to witness Musharraf grow from quite possibly the largest piece of dug earth I've ever seen, it was a big dig, people, into one of the most magical and beautiful future city developments anywhere on earth. I've been so fortunate to see Qatar's past, and I'm thrilled to be a part of its present and bright future. Right now, Doha is experiencing a cultural renaissance because of everything that His Highness the Emir, the Grandfather Emir, Her Highness Sheikh Moza, Her Excellency Sheikh Mayasa, and so many others have put into motion in the past 2 decades, including, but certainly not limited to, immense investments in education, culture, the arts, and fashion. Now we turn our eye to design. Through programming, thoughtful and design-driven developments, we want people to see Doha as a design destination that rivals Milan, Paris, Miami, London, Los Angeles, and my native New York. The CP Club, which I'm sitting in right now, exemplifies this mission. CP Club is a new private arts club and co-working space for local and international creatives and leaders of industry to meet and collaborate. It is located in the heart of Musharraf downtown Doha, though the feeling is one, like the best design districts, that transports you mind, body, and soul. The club is designed around a central members Majlis clubhouse and a cafe, and 15 unique indoor and outdoor spaces that can be rented by members by the day, by the week, and by the month. For the design of each space, under the direction of Her Excellency Sheikh Al Mayasa, we turned to the top fashion and interior designers working today. They include India Madhavi, whose space I'm sitting in Right now, Diane von Furstenberg, famed Milanese gallerist Rossana Orlandi, Jaipur-based Marianne Ugins, and Portuguese powerhouse Filipa de Abreu. It's an amazing collaboration. Giorgio Armani, Minotti, Luxury Living, as well as the Qatari multidisciplinary artist and teacher Aisha Al-Suaidi, and Qatari fashion designer Wata, who has luckily for us designed her first living experience for CP Club. Our design mission was simple yet profound. The homes and spaces architects and designers create for themselves are often the truest expressions of their own values. So, we asked each of the designers, in these incredible Mushera buildings, what would you design if you could design anything? On a budget, of course. Each designer spent extensive time in Doha over the last 2 years absorbing the local culture. The result is timeless spaces that truly bridge the local and the global, one of Sheikh Al Mayas's overwhelming goals. The custom de Gournay wallpaper in India Madhavi's space, for instance, right behind me, was influenced by the paintings in an ancient Persian book of kings. Aisha Al-Suaidi's space is based on her childhood home in Musharraf. Not this Musharraf, but the original Musharraf. I think that's really special. It's also the first time this group of designers have all worked alongside one another in one development. It makes for a truly remarkable experience. Before I started DW North Star, I was the editor-in-chief of Elle Decor, as I mentioned before. In the span of just the last 5 years, I've seen design and the design industry transform completely. One of the things I attribute this to is the smartphone. It may sound simple, but everyone has a camera in their pocket and takes pictures all the time. Accordingly, design has evolved in order to specifically look good on the camera phone and in an Instagram moment. We've seen a huge return to maximalism and color, probably because minimalism just doesn't photograph as well. There's also a huge return to nostalgia. You know, in the 90s and the aughts, it was all about forward thinking, future tech, and innovation. Now, design is supremely referential and driven by history. I mean, ever heard of a Throwback Thursday? That discovery is happening in design too. When I was growing up, the people that were interested in design were the outcasts and the misfits, me included. But now, everything is designed. Everyone is a curator in the way they dress, in the way they live, and everyone is interested in design. This democratization of design isn't just about price and accessibility. Everyone now wants to live and work in a beautiful and unique space. That's really exciting for our industry. And everyone has an opinion on design, which I love. Now, this may sound controversial, but I believe design should elicit a response, both positive and negative. There's nothing more I love when people visit a development I have worked on and say, I hate this, or I don't love this color. Design is emotional. It should make you think, it should make you reflect, it should make you dream. In a similar way, I wanted people to enter the spaces in CP Club and be instantly surprised, delighted, and challenged to see the world just a little bit differently, out of their comfort zone. When Harvard Business Review was studying the famous whistling teapot designed by the late, great postmodern architect Michael Graves, they wrote, instead of a kettle that simply signals that water is boiling, Graves's kettle whistles like a bird, something designed to bring the users joy. Graves' design, in addition to being practical, the base of the pot was designed wider to allow water to boil faster, showed its greatest originality in broadening people's expectation of what a kettle was. And in the process, this simple teapot reinvented the entire nature of the breakfast experience. Essentially, this is how I see Musharraf Downtown Doha, Doha Design District, and CP Club. We're broadening the idea of how to live creating a new market for travelers seeking privacy and luxury around the world. And a little joy too, because we could all use a little more joy these days. Don't you agree? I look forward to welcoming you here all very soon. Thank you.